Dave from Blackbird Cycles. We're working on a little airbrush pinstripe today. Of course, I cut this with my vinyl cutter. You don't want to get this on too heavy. You want to just get it to cover. I try not to build up too much of a paint line. Less sanding and buffing afterwards, but you don't want to put it on too quick because we're dealing with thin fluid. So we'll put a little bit on, let it tack up a minute. This is base clear, basically. So we're just using base coat right now. Plus, the important thing is when you go to peel this mask, you want to make sure this base coat is good and dry. If the base coat's a little too wet when you peel that, of course you're going to either smear it or it's going to kind of halfway tear the edge, especially when you're dealing with real fine stuff like this real fine line across the top. So we don't want a jagged edge on that. And we're gonna let that dry and I'll be back with you and we'll peel the mask. And while that's dry, we'll go ahead and peel the paper. I got 2 bags to do, so I'll save this paper. That way we can reuse it. Some of the masks coming with it right at the moment, which is fine. You just got to be careful. And you will get a little bit of overspray underneath the paper. It rubs right off. You get an X-Acto knife. You want to very gently get under the edge. And I'll just peel the edge up and get my finger on it, not touching the painted surface. And where I can help it, I don't come in with the X-Acto knife on the very tip. I'll come in just shy of the tip. That way when I peel it, I'm not digging in on that sharp tip that we want to keep nice and sharp. And this is vinyl paint mask I'm using. You can buy it at any sign shop if you got a cutter. I got a 34-inch cutter. A lot of people got little 12-inch Crickets. They'll work just fine as long as you can adjust to this paint mask. You know, adjust your needle on how hard it's hitting the vinyl. If you try to use regular vinyl like you'd buy with a Sticka machine or a Cricut or something like that, it's going to stick way too hard. This is a low-tack vinyl mask that I'm using. Cuts real nice in the cutters, and of course you don't have to worry about it sticking too hard and pulling up your base coat underneath. I've already got the trunk lid done. We'll give you guys a shot of that in a little bit. As you can see, nice sharp edges. There will be a little bit of paint edge that was on the mask, and all you gotta do is just gently, clean hands of course, just gently rub over it, and that'll take any extra stuff off there. Let's bring you over here. You can get a good look at it. So we're gonna get the other bag done, and really not much to show you doing it twice. So we'll get the other bag done, and then we'll get all the parts in here that have the stuff done on them, and we'll send you, let you see all that. So it's Dave from Iron Blackbird Cycles. So we got a nice rainy day out today. Anyway, we're getting ready to do these lids. And like I say, I'm just kind of trying to dust all this on, but get good coverage. I don't want to get it on too wet. If I get it on too wet, it's going to leave too much of an edge. If I just kind of spray around it, just lightly putting it on there, we'll get it without the edge that way. Turn this over to this one. Now we got to get enough in there to make sure the tips don't want to cover sometimes real well. You got to make sure you get enough paint in there, and these real thin lines. We want to get them good too. So now we get to start doing the unmasking, and I'll be back with you as soon as this is dry and ready to unmask. So now for the unveiling. It's still a little sticky. And this is Dave from Iron Blackbird Cycles, and we've done a little bit of airbrushed pinstriping today on a two-tone Road King. Got some custom bag lids, some custom bags, Get a nice shot of the bag upside down there anyway. And tomorrow we'll be putting clear on these and they'll be ready to send back home.